Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Life game. Instead of worrying about the next man, focus on your own life. And this is just life game. This ain't even about dealing with women. But I was inspired by that video I did the other day talking about if you ain't trying to get a woman, stay off this channel. And of course, I always get somebody's got to say something. But then somebody said something, and I'm like, well, why you watching me then, motherfucker? Shit. Why you watching me? Like, it be some dudes acting like they hate you, but then they can tell you little stuff they said about you. But my thing is this. Why does person care? Because here's the thing. You watching me make money, right? But then I thought about it on a greater level. There's a lot of people out here, they worried about the next man. They trying to go after the next man. Instead of, as a man, you need to worry about your own life. Focus on what you're doing. That next man, you might be trying to break him down or think you better. What, is that putting money in your motherfucking pocket? Seriously, is that making your life better? Seriously. Like, I'll use the example of some dudes who will try to come after me. I'm still making money no matter what. I'm making money. You making money? Think about that. You got children? You got a life? Shoot, have you done anything with your life? You know, I was thinking about when I had my stroke a couple years ago and when I was first in the hospital, right? And anyway, I was there was this dude I was in the room with, and me and him probably would have been fighting. I just couldn't walk over there. I was jacked up. But this dude was talking all this shit. But one thing I remember about him, for all the stuff he was talking, not one time was there somebody who came to visit him. Not once. Not once. Meanwhile, I'm getting a visitor every single day. Let me say that again. Every single day. I like clockwork. In fact, I had to talk to somebody. Somebody was, and she know who she is. She was ready to come out. She was ready to come out from out of town and stuff. And then I had people who didn't visit. They were still calling, talking about, hey, you need anything? Something like that. But this one person next to me, he wasn't getting any phone calls. He wasn't getting anything. But he trying to start some shit with me. And I let him know at the hospital too. I let him know too. Now, I had to take care of it. But here's the thing though. Here's the thing. As a man, you got to stay focused on your own self. Don't worry about the next man. Don't worry about what they doing. Don't worry about where they're going, because it really don't affect you. No matter what they doing now, unless they doing something to directly interfere with your life, that's what you worry about. But you got some people, they worried about people online and the trash they talking, or they talking some trash saying, I don't like him. It's like, you don't know him. This person will go on and make $1 million, do whatever they got to do, but you worried about them. Meanwhile, what are you doing? Every single man needs to worry about mastering his own craft, doing his own thing. Don't worry about the next one. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I've been there before. I've been there before. Like way back in the day. I used to be involved in some flame wars on this one particular website. I used to be involved in some flame wars. Even though I had done some stuff, and I was like, you know what? I look back at it. I said the time I spent flaming somebody, messing with their head, I could have been doing something more productive. See, it's kind of funny. You got some guys up here, they ain't doing anything for themselves. They ain't doing anything productive, but they want to fuck with everybody else. Nah, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. Anyway, just real quick, Yeah, I know I gotta get some cash out. And let's see, let me go through this way. So I don't need y'all seeing anything or listening to when I'm working on this thing, putting my code in. Cause you know some people probably be listening to the sounds like, let me listen to that good. Hey, it'll be a second for y'all, a few minutes for me, all right? So anyway. All right, y'all. I'm back. Damn, I seen the Popo early. Bringing money someplace. Or is that Popo? Yeah, that is Popo. Delivering money someplace. Dang, they must not have much to do. Anyway, right? Check it out. Life, it's just a pure life game. Every man, instead of worrying about that next man, worry about what you're doing. Figure out what you're doing. Figure out what your skill is. Figure out what you want to master. And you need to be working on that every day. Instead of worrying about what somebody doing outside of you. Especially online and everything. Especially online. And yeah, I said on everything. Especially online. That person don't know you. That person don't know you. In fact, I remember this TV minister used to say that. He used to say, you know what, he's smarter than you. He said straight up, he's smarter than everybody. Because he said, y'all watching me. Every man needs to be focused on his mission, his purpose, doing that thing. Because if you really focus on that, you don't have time for other stuff. Like I'll use myself again for an example. All y'all see is maybe this car video. Y'all see the sit-down videos, but I do like my sit-down videos like a couple days, even the ones I do on other channels. Like all the sit-down videos I do on this channel, I do them in one day. It take me like, an hour and 15 minutes or something. And then, I still got to edit them and stuff, but just to record them. But then when I'm not working on anything that has to do with YouTube, I'll be doing a lot of research. See, don't take Rom as my sole being. I be code switching. And any black man that's worked in corporate America know what I mean when I talk about code switching. In fact, some of the research I've done considers with AI has considered that a superpower. And that's something, maybe I'll talk about that on my Deep Thought channel. But I'm doing my own thing. And there's a lot of stuff I'm researching. Like, I'll just throw it out there. I'm looking at this economy and everything. I'm looking at what's going on with it. And I'm saying, okay, what can I do at least for my corner of the world? And I actually learned that from a Muslim. This Muslim brother, peace be unto him, because he passed away. But he said every man needs to worry about his corner of the world. Every single man needs to worry about his corner, what he doing in the world. Don't worry about the next man. The next man making his money doing his thing. Now, you get some dudes, they'll get mad at that person for whatever reason. Jealous of that person. Maybe jealous of how they look, jealous of what they saying, jealous of the attention they getting. Okay, what's stopping you from doing your thing? Like even when I've talked about not being jealous of Chad. Okay, that dude might be 6'2", muscular and all that. Okay, so what? What are you doing? Even if you 5'9", maybe a little chubby. Okay, what are you doing? Because if you working on what you supposed to work on, if you doing the things you supposed to do, the things that not just make you happy, but that's being productive, you ain't worried about Chad. You ain't worried about that. Because even when you use that to talk about man gets woman, I've said several times before, a man He needs that woman who's going to be in cooperation with his operation. But before she can be in cooperation to his operation, or he has to have an operation. He has to be doing something. Or if he has a mission. A lot of guys out here want a woman to be in submission, but think about that word, submission. How can she be in submission if you don't have a mission? Because there's a lot of guys out here ain't doing shit. Ain't doing shit. You got to be doing something. Every single man should have something. You know what? I remember back in '92, I was at this political thing. Oh yeah, Uncle Ron could get very political. Trust me, I could really open up a political channel. But I was at this political thing, and it had maybe 100 black men there, and maybe a couple sisters. It was this third party dude who was running for president. He didn't win. But here's the thing. Every single one of those dudes, every single one of those men I talked to, they had something going on. Everyone had something. They had a study group. They were some type of activist. They were doing something. That's how men should be. Now, I ain't saying you got to be in politics, but what type of business you got? What type of business? Are you like really working on that? Now, even though I respect somebody if they got a job, but I even said in my book, Nice Guys and Players, every man should have a business. Every man should have something. Let me slow down here. This is one of those speed traps. One of them. They got so many around here. Popo got so many speed traps around here, but that's what they do. Anyway, as a man, you need to have something. You need to have something that you do. If somebody asks you, well, what do you do? Other than your business, maybe what you do for fun. Like, for me, I like doing research. I be doing research. Like I said, I be looking at this economy and I'm thinking, okay, what can be done? Actually, I got some ideas what can be done for the overall economy. So if y'all see a book pop up, I'm waiting for some things to happen. Shoot, Uncle Ron will probably do some special videos and maybe even a book on say what to do. Because I be studying stuff. I be studying. Because when because really, I'm going to be real with y'all. I don't really put too much time and effort in thinking about what type of videos I'm going to do. I really don't. I don't really put that much time and effort. Unless it's on my on-demand channel, my Venmo on-demand thing. And even then, it's like, okay, I'm going to talk about this, and this, boom. Then I start doing my research. And trust me. Like, to me, like AI, like these AIs are nothing but really souped up search engines. So I'll be asking them stuff. I'll be like, well, okay, look this up. And it could be whatever. And I'll be studying stuff because my whole thing is about solving problems. Now, that's me. Now, your thing might not be doing the same thing. And you know what? That's cool. But dude, be doing something. Because I've heard of dudes out here, they don't even have a life. They get mad, talking about they lonely and stuff. And blaming it on the women. First of all, if your ass is lonely, that ain't the woman's fault. Nobody telling your ass to stay inside. And nobody's obligated to like you. But a man, like I always say, a man's main relationship is with himself. And I'm going to emphasize this. Every single man need to be thinking about what he going to do. What he going to be into. What he going to be taking care of. Every single man. Ain't no exceptions to that. A man need to think about what he going to do. What he going to work on. He need to have something. In fact, that's the very nature of masculine energy. all these guys talking about they want to be masculine, and there's always all these people talking about there's a crisis in masculinity. One thing with masculine energy, it wants to stay busy. It wants to be active. So what are you doing? Instead of you looking while you sitting there mad at that other guy, or checking out what he doing, what you working on? You working on a book? How many books you got on the market? Uncle Ron got 9 books on the market, and I've published 12 in my life. So what are you doing? You working on a book, working on a song, working on that business, working on building a house? Shoot. Just working on staying busy, doing something, doing your stuff, instead of worrying about that next man. Don't worry about that next man. I don't care how he look. I don't care what he doing. Every man, your main relationship is with yourself. You the most important person to yourself. You need to be focused on the things that you can do, the things that you can make a difference with. You need to be to that point where you complaining about time. And time's very important for a man. Because think about all those magazines that cater to men. Not as many as women, but the ones that do. One of the things that I do, I always look at the advertisements just as much as I read the articles. And one of the main things they do is they advertise in watches. Now, somebody might think they just doing that for jewelry or whatever, but time is important. In fact, Malcolm X, he said it's very important. He said, don't deal with a man that doesn't have a watch. Time is important. You can get away with it a little bit now if you got a smartphone or something. You can have the time on that. But the time is important. The watch time, trust me, because you're thinking about everything you got to do. Because trust me, I don't realize how much I'm on the clock. Y'all might, like I say, you get some dudes, they'll see me doing this video, but that's what, 20 to 30 minutes? Then another 20 to 30 minutes to edit it. And then while it's uploading, I'm doing something else. I'm working on something else. Shoot. You always gotta have something. I don't have time to worry about what the next man is doing. And as a man, you gotta be the same way. You can't worry about it. Like I said, ask yourself this one question. Is that putting money in your pocket? Is that putting money in your pocket? Is that it might make you feel a certain way, but shoot, feelings are for women. Men do shit. Seriously. Men do shit. Men take action. Men solve issues. Men work on their mastery. Every man should master something. And you should be working on that. And it's not going to happen right away. And you know what? Let's hypothetically though. Let's say it does happen right away. Master something else. Master something else. Me doing videos on here, that might be the third major thing I've done in life. Major thing. Because I got letters after my name. Oh, dang. My deer got jacked up. Anyway. Just think about it. Just think about it. Because you get some dudes, they up there worrying about the next man or trying to break down the next man or jealous of him, trying to break him down. But that next man don't even know the fuck you are. Don't know who the fuck you are. You could be dead and buried. Go to your transition. Worried about that next man. That next man be like, who the fuck is that? It's like back in the day when he had those. You remember for the older heads? You remember they had those talk shows, and somebody would come on there and they were like, they fixed up, they ain't like they were in high school, and they bring the person back just to say something, and the person be like, I don't even remember you. Be trying to start some stuff. Say, yeah, you did this to me, and the person, you know, they if they nice enough, they might be like, yeah, well, yeah, I'm sorry. But there've been quite a few times I'll watch that person be like, who are you? You can't even hold on to that. Don't worry about that next person. Worry about yourself. Focus on your life. If you're not doing that now, get to doing it. Think about what your talent is. What is your talent? What are you good at? Only you can figure that out. I'll never forget when somebody reached out to me, and they were in their late 40s, just finished working, and they were asking me what can they do for a living. I'm like, I don't know your talent. I told them straight up, I ain't the person to ask. I don't know you from Jack. You the one, you got to know yourself. And like I said, everybody got something. And see, once you get going and get good at what you're doing, you ain't worried about everybody else's stuff. Like I said, I've been there before. I used to be in those flame wars. But you know what? I look back at it, I say, you know what? That was a waste of fucking time. That was a waste of my time. I could have been doing some other shit and working on some other shit during that same time, that same period. Don't make that mistake I made. It was like, look, don't focus on all that stuff. And like even I was inspired to do it because, like I said, even on this channel, you get some people, they'll say this and that. I'm like, why are you wasting time watching me? Don't waste your time. If you don't think, like somebody said something and gave me a reason why they didn't want to listen to my advice. I'm like, why are you watching them, motherfucker? That's dumb as shit. Why waste time? You don't have the time. Because the time and energy you spent watching me, you could have been watching, like if you're going to watch something on YouTube, like me, I'm really concerned. The videos I watch, I be like looking at how different aspects of the economy is failing. I be looking at that. And part of the thing, solution is the stuff I be sharing on my Money Matters channel. Oh, okay. Yeah, they putting up something over here. Yet another coffee shop. Anyway, I be thinking about it. But what are you doing? Think about it. And I gotta emphasize that. What are you doing with your free time? You know? You get some dudes talking some trash about body game. You hitting the gym? And if you don't want to hit the gym, what are you doing? Don't worry about that next person. Is that putting money? Is that next man or woman putting money in your pocket? You notice on this channel, I don't really be saying much. I don't say much. I say that one exception was like saying something about Sadia Khan, and even then, it wasn't even towards her directly. I used her name because I just used the more like she was more an avatar about what I was talking about, really getting into. I still wasn't getting into her in particular because I don't have time. I don't have time, and that's how you gotta be. That's how you gotta be. A man gotta be. And see, you got these men up here complaining about loneliness and all this stuff, man. A man, he makes his own way. He don't give a fuck. Fuck all this shit. Fuck all this bullshit. A man makes his own way. He ain't worried about it. Nobody gives a man power. A man develops his own power. He develops his own knowledge. A man makes his own way. And some dudes will be like, well, no, it ain't like that for women. No, it don't have to be. But men create order. Every man should be first starting. And that's what I be talking about on my Sovereign Saturdays when I do it. Having sovereignty in your life. That's the most important thing. Having control in your life. Not worrying about the next man. And that's always been a philosophy. Like I said, I ain't worried about somebody else's bullshit. Stop worrying about somebody else's. If you don't like something about them, okay, fine. As long as they ain't trying to physically hurt you, or they're in your face, or they actively interfering with you, you don't have to deal with them. And even after you take care of them, then you keep going doing the things that you're supposed to do. That's what it means to be a man. You take care of what you're going to do. You creating your life. You creating your legacy. If you married or something like that, you dealing with your family. And shoot, you have children. Even nowadays, you can have children without being married. You got to deal with them because you help bring them in the world. Shoot, you got to focus on that. You got to focus. That's the important things. Fuck all this other bullshit. Seriously. That's life game. This goes beyond getting some pussy. Like I say, from my point of view, it's easy any damn way. But your life, that's the most important thing. Your most important relationship is with yourself. All right? Yourself. Don't come on here talking about, well, this. No, don't do that shit. I will block that shit. Cause you gotta be concerned with it. All right? And you know what? If you disagree with every single thing I say, stay the fuck off the channel. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time, because my question would be, why are you watching anyway? That's something too. If you think I'm this or that, or thinking what I'm saying is this or that, or why you watching me? Or if you're not watching me, somebody else, you got some issue with them. And because I've seen some people, they comment talking about somebody else's stuff. Why you watching that? If somebody's shit is whack to you, you don't agree with it, don't waste your time. Every man need to be focused on himself. Fuck all the rest of that bullshit. Alright? So anyway, that's all I got for today. But really think about that. Really think. This go beyond getting women. This is about your life. That's the most important thing. You want to live a fulfilling life. And you're not going to do that worried about somebody else's bullshit, all right? Anyway, so don't worry. Do your thing. Figure out what your talents are. Figure out how you can do it. Figure out how you can make money. Figure out how you can live a sovereign life. Figure all that out, okay? That's the most important thing, all right? So anyway, that's all I got for today. Yeah, hey man, y'all have a good weekend. For some of y'all, check out my view. I know some of y'all still want to get the ladies. I go deep on my Patreon. Also check out my Vimeo, RomWills. Just check out the links I have in the description box. You can check out other things and stuff if that's important to you. But ultimately, it's about doing what's right for yourself. Don't worry about the next man. The next man ain't putting money in your pocket. He ain't putting a woman in your bed, you know? Because even let me talk about that real quick. I was about to go, but even the stuff I'm saying, that's why I say, get your ass out. You still got to do the work. You got to do the work. I can throw out whatever. You still got to do the work, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for now. Anyway, I'll get back with y'all in a car video next week. You know, I'm doing my Sovereign Man video tomorrow. And I've actually met someone, Brother Mo. He's at the barber shop. And he's cool. He's going to be doing his thing. Shout him out if he's watching this, all right? But do your thing. Do your thing. In fact, I know I keep saying I'm going to let it go. I met quite a few dudes in this area. You know, I'm going to do something. I'm going to set up something and just have a meet and greet and everything. All right? So, anyway. Now I'm gone. And I'll talk to y'all next week by car. Peace and blessings.